I feel honored and privileged to be among you this morning in this historic hall of the Governor House, Peshawar. Before presenting my paper, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency Faisal Karim Kundi, Governor Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and His Excellency Sahibzada Sultan Ahmad Ali, Chairman, Muslim Institute, Islamabad, for inviting me to this important conference on the thoughts of Khushal Khan Khattak and Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, significance of the contemporary era. The topic of my paper is the political contribution of Dr. Allama Iqbal to the freedom struggle of the Indian Muslims 1926 to 1938. Ladies and gentlemen, मैं पोइट्री की बात ज़्यादा नहीं करूँगा क्योंकि मेरा टॉपिक उनकी पॉलिटिकल कंट्रीब्यूशन, डॉक्टर अल्लामा इकबाल की पॉलिटिकल कंट्रीब्यूशन के हवाले से है. पर्सनैलिटीज़ लाइक डॉक्टर अल्लामा मोहम्मद इकबाल, someone has rightly said, it is personalities, not principles, that move the age. Dr. Allama Iqbal was indeed such a personality, one who shaped the course of history. वो जो उर्दू में या फारसी में कहते हैं ना, वो एक ज़माना साज शख्सियत के मालिक थे. ज़माना बसाज नहीं थे, ज़माना साज थे, जिनको हम आम अल्फाज में तारीख साज शख्सियत कहते हैं. It is widely recognized that Dr. Allama Iqbal is a celebrated poet known as the poet of the East, poet philosopher, and the national poet of Pakistan. However, few people, even in Pakistan, not aware of his political contribution to the Indian Muslims' freedom struggle between 1926 and 38. This situation could be explained in English. Little known about the well-known, such a great personality, but we don't know or least know about his political contribution. So that is why this situation should be called as little known about the well-known. After examining archival and unpublished material on Dr. Allama Iqbal's political contribution, the key aspects of his political struggle can be summarized as under. Number one, advocacy for Indian Muslim identity and rights. Number two, opposition to united nationalism and atheistic socialism espoused by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Number three, articulation of the two-nation theory and the concept of a separate Muslim state in India. Number four, serving as the leading light of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll now explain these points in chronological order. Dr. Allama Iqbal and the All India Muslim League. Dr. Allama Iqbal joined the All India Muslim League in 1908, shortly after returning from Europe, where he had completed his studies. Over time, his involvement with the Muslim League grew and he became a key figure in advocating for the rights and interests of Muslims in India. His association with the Muslim League played a crucial role in shaping the party's ideology. Next point, Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, a member of the Punjab Legislative Council. In 1926, Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal contested and won a seat in the Punjab Legislative Council against Khan Bahadur Sheikh Karim Bakhsh of the Unionist Party by a margin of 3,177 votes. Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal and the concept of united nationalism. In 1927, Dr. Allama Iqbal denounced the idea of united nationalism in India, stating, I quote, "The talk of united nationalism is futile. This word had existed on the lips of the people of this country for the last 50 years, and like a hen, it has cackled a great deal without laying a single egg. In this country, that is India, one community is always aiming at the destruction of the other." Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, a leader of the Shafi League. In 1928, the All India Muslim League split into two factions, the Shafi League and the Jinnah League, due to differences between Sir Muhammad Shafi and Muhammad Ali Jinnah regarding the Simon Commission. Dr. Iqbal supported the Shafi League as both he and Sir Muhammad Shafi strongly believed in maintaining separate electorates, a stance the Indian National Congress had opposed in the Delhi Proposals 1927. Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, the founding father of Pakistan. In 1930, at the 21st annual session of the All India Muslim League in Allahabad, that is Uttar Pradesh, Dr. Iqbal delivered a groundbreaking presidential address. He outlined a political strategy that would determine the future of the Indian Muslims, advocating for the creation of a consolidated northwestern Indian Muslim state, which he saw as the destiny of the Muslims in that region. The address by Allama Iqbal definitely revolutionized the political strategy of the All India Muslim League. Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal and the Round Table Conference. Dr. Allama Iqbal participated in the second session of the Round Table Conference in London from September to December 1931. As a delegate of the All India Muslim League, he argued for a federal constitution for India with special provisions for the minority rights. It is noteworthy that the political immaturity displayed by the Indian delegates at the conference disillusioned Muhammad Ali Jinnah, leading him to temporarily retire from politics and resume his legal practice in England. Despite efforts by prominent Indian Muslims to convince him otherwise, it was Dr. Allama Iqbal who ultimately persuaded Jinnah to return India, sell his Hampstead villa and reorganize Muslim League with a renewed vigor in 1934. Correspondence between Dr. Allama Iqbal and Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. The years 1936 and 37 saw significant correspondence between Dr. Allama Iqbal and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. In these letters, Dr. Iqbal expressed his political vision, emphasizing that the cultural problem was more crucial than the economic problem for the Indian Muslims. He also rejected Nehru's atheistic socialism, arguing that a separate Muslim state was essential for the enforcement of development of Islamic law. Dr. Iqbal further advocated for the self-determination of Muslims in northwest India and Bengal. In his letter of May 28, 1937, while rejecting the atheistic socialism of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Allama Iqbal writes to Qaid-e-Azam, I quote, "For Islam, the acceptance of social democracy in some suitable form and consistent with the legal principles of Islam is not a revolution but return to the original purity of Islam. It is necessary to redistribute the country and to provide one or more Muslim states with absolute majorities." Similarly, another important letter which Allama Iqbal has written to Muhammad Ali Jinnah on June 21, 1937 goes as under, "Why should the Muslims of Northwest India and Bengal not be considered as nations entitled to self-determination just like other nations in India and outside of India? A separate federation of Muslim provinces was the only course by which the Muslims would be saved from the domination of non-Muslims." In one of the final letters to Jinnah in 1937, Dr. Iqbal wrote, "You, Mr. Jinnah, alone can guide the Indian Muslims." Jinnah, acknowledging Dr. Iqbal's contribution, later remarked to his secretary after the Lahore Resolution was passed in March 1940, I quote, "Had Iqbal been alive today, he would have been pleased to see that we have fulfilled his wish. Had there been no Allama Muhammad Iqbal and Muhammad Ali Jinnah, there would have been no Pakistan. And today, our history and geography would different." मैं आखिर में एज ए टीचर ऑफ पाकिस्तान स्टडीज सिर्फ दो बातें करना चाहता हूँ. पहली बात ये कि एज अ मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट वी एज अ नेशन we have been playing with Pakistan for the last 77 years. Now it's high time we must play for Pakistan. Instead of playing with Pakistan, now I think we have only one option, and that is we must play for Pakistan. दूसरी बात मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि कौमें या तो तारीख से सीखती हैं, या रेवोल्यूशन से सीखती हैं, या जंगों से सीखती हैं, या उन्होंने जो ब्लंडर्स किए उनसे सीखते हैं. हमने तारीख से आज तक क्या सीखा है? हमने एक सबक हमने तारीख से सीखा, और वो ये कि हम तारीख से सीखते नहीं है. अभी तारीख से सीखने की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है, अशद ज़रूरत है. मैं जस्ट 2-3 पॉइंट्स आपके सामने रख रहा हूँ. ये जो खिलाफत उस्मानिया थी 3 बर-ए-आज़म और पहली हुई थी, वो कैसी और क्यों ख़त्म हो गई? ये जो स्पेन में हमारी खिलाफत और हुकूमत थी 550 साल तक बरकरार रही, कैसी और क्यों ख़त्म हो गई? ये जो साउथ एशिया में मुगल दरबार था, एक प्रेस्टिजियस अम्पायर, वो किस तरह वो अम्पायर ख़त्म हो गया अंग्रेज़ों के हाथों 1757 में. और ये जो हमारा अपना प्यारा पाकिस्तान था 47 का पाकिस्तान 71 में कैसे 2 लाख हुआ? تو ہمیں اس تاریخ سے جو ہے سبق سیکھنی چاہیے اور ہمیں جو ہے پاکستان کے لیے کھیلنا بند کرنا چاہیے، پاکستان کے لیے کھیلنا چاہیے. دوسری بات سر، میں اس وقت جو ہماری مشکلات ہیں، پاکستان کی پوری قوم کی مشکلات ہیں، ان کو دیکھتے ہوئے بعض اوقات کوئی امید کی کرن وہ سامنے آتی ہے. مثال کے طور پر ہمارے جو ہیں از ایکسیلنسی صاحبزادہ سلطان احمد علی صاحب، میں نے ان کے ساتھ میں کہوں گا کچھ دنوں نشست و برخاست رکھی. یہ کثیر العلم اور قوی العمل ہے، اور ان کی اگر اس طرح جو ہے ان کے جو اس وقت جہاد کر رہے، جہاد باللسان اور بالقلم کر رہے، مجھے امید واثق ہے کہ اس طرح ہستیاں ہوں گی تو انشاءاللہ پاکستان کا کچھ نہیں بگڑے گا، اور پاکستانیوں کے اندر جو ایک مثبت سوچ وہ پیدا ہوگی، اور وہ ہمارے لیے بہت ضروری ہے. تو سر میں آپ کا بہت بہت مشکور ہوں کہ جو آپ جہاد کر رہے ہیں. اور سب سے آخر میں ہز ایکسیلنسی گورنر صاحب سے، سر جس وقت آئی واز ان اسلامیہ کالج ایز وائس چانسلر، تو میں نے ایک انیشیٹو لیا تھا، 1 پلانٹ 1 اسٹوڈنٹ انیشیٹو. اس کے بڑے اچھے ریزلٹس آئے تھے. تو میں آپ سے ریکویسٹ کرتا ہوں سر، اگر آپ جو ہے آپ چونکہ گورنر ہیں، آپ جو ہے چانسلر ہیں، یہ ہمارے پبلک سیکٹر یونیورسٹیز کے ویسیز کو اگر ایک خط چلا جائے آپ کی طرف سے کہ وہ اپنی یونیورسٹیوں میں اس انیشیٹو کو جو ہے دوبارہ کرے کہ 1 اسٹوڈنٹ 1 پلانٹ انیشیٹو، تو میرے خیال میں ایک خط کی وجہ سے جو ہے ہزاروں درخت جو ہے وہ لگ سکتے ہیں. اور ہمارا یہ جو ایک چیلنج ہے گلوبل وارمنگ کلائمیٹ چینج کو اس میں جو ہے ہم اپنا حصہ ڈال سکتے ہیں. سو ان الفاظ کے ساتھ میں سب کا شکریہ ادا کرتا ہوں. آپ لوگوں نے مجھے سنا. میں اللہ بلیس یو. پاکستان زندہ باد.